Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Norman again from Pickens, South Carolina, with another episode of Beyond the Veil. And tonight, Ed will be joining me as we talk about mysterious objects found in mines that were accidentally found, and how they get there is the mystery.
Yeah, that's right. It's weird, man. It's like, sometimes you hear these stories about things that are like not supposed to be where they're at.
Like
And
spark plugs,
in the middle of a coal mine
wheels.
that's supposed to be
pumps.
300 million years old. How do you explain that?
Well, let's see if you believe in dimensional travel, time travel, uh, previous civilizations. Those are a couple possibilities.
Okay.
Those would be some examples of what could happen.
Yeah.
Unless, one example we got is the 7 cars that were deliberately placed in a mine in Belgium. I think it was around World War One.
I think I got a picture of that.
Yeah, the owner hid them there, I believe, under the pretense so they would not be taken by the military to be either used by the military or scrapped to be used as metal.
Because those look like Fords. That looks like a 33 Ford there on the right.
Mm-hmm.
To me, at least. The grill and all that.
Yeah. And so, the owner hid them away in this mine, probably blocked up the mine so it wouldn't be found.
So,
And
so when were they found eventually? Because that picture looks like maybe it's from the early 60s.
I think it was around 1990.
That's 90?
Yeah.
Maybe it was one of those disposable cameras. I don't know.
That was there was I just read up a thing where a German train was found in the Ardennes.
Really?
It was a missile train.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
It was one that carried V2s.
And it was like off the side of the...
It was in a tunnel.
Oh, okay. I'm
they-
thinking something different
And they
then.
deliberately closed up the tunnel.
Yeah.
And, but, it's the same concept in a sense. Things that were deliberately hidden away.
Well, I tell you what, there's even a place over here in Sunset, South Carolina, up north of Highway 11, way back in the cut, where you can't get train cars and stuff. And there are train tracks on top of the mountain.
Really?
Yeah. And then it flooded and all these things happened. And they got washed down over a big waterfall, and they're kind of like, why? I'm thinking maybe like lumber industry or something, but it's like it's so out of place in the middle of nowhere. It's like, what is going on here?
Somebody was probably doing some lumbering, and that was a lumber train.
I mean, they even say 6 Mile Mountain over here in Pickens County had World War II missiles inside of it.
Really?
Yeah, as a first line of defense. It's
Interesting.
crazy. I don't know.
Well, there's a story. There's a place around here supposedly has a train in it. Here in South Carolina, in the base of the, there's like a river or something, or a creek in there, and at the base of it, there's a train at the bottom of it. It's inside a cave.
I don't know. I saw a house. It looks like a normal house. And then you go underneath it in the crawl space, and you see the trucks from a train. This house was built around a train car. Like, you're not supposed to find that stuff, So I guess they lived in a train car, put an addition on it, one on that side, one on this side, and, over time. And then, people outside the family ended up buying it, and they're like, we're going to renovate. Holy crap. Like, that's not supposed to be there. Yeah. Like that story in Miami, Florida. The guy, he was digging. I think he was going for irrigation. And I don't know why people would irrigate in Florida.
It's wet.
It's always wet. It's always raining. But nonetheless, he started digging, and it got softer, and it was like wet and kind of springy and bumpy underneath. And check this picture out. This guy pulls a Ferrari out of the side of his house.
Damn.
How it got there? Don't know. It wasn't like mafioso or La Cosa Nostra. Like, there wasn't a body in it or anything. But it is Miami, and it is a Ferrari, and it is, off the coast of, Cuba, and cocaine runners. And
Maybe he's hiding it from the wife during the divorce settlement.
I don't know. But these people who put stuff in the ground is like nuts. Like, that's a rare car. I mean, water, mold, rust.
That was a good.
That's
fixer-upper
stupid.
project.
I don't know if anything would be left of that, but I digress.
Well, it's all right. Well, let's talk about some of these items that were found in the caves. We've got one picture where miners had supposedly found this giant skull
All right.
that was. Now look at this thing. Now we've talked about giants in the past. This is where some miners didn't say where, didn't really give much information except that they found this giant skull in a deep cave while coal mining. What do you think about that, Ed? Now remember, we're in the age of AI.
Now, I look at that picture. Now let me just get it up here solo. I look at that picture and I'm like, the clothes are period and the mustaches and all that, but it's too airbrushed perfect for me. Especially look at the snout on the skull down to where it goes into the teeth where they go. It's just like too defined.
But you know what's interesting is you look at the eyes.
But it could be Nephilim.
Yeah. But if you look at the eyes, it's like they're actually looking at the cameraman or people that are looking at them. You know, that's one thing that's appeals to me. It's making me think it's not fake.
Well, also...
Or it could be fake, that it was an actual picture, but it was something else.
Well, something that you also have to look at are the people's hands. So AI has got a problem with doing hands. If you put your hand up like this, I put my hand up like this, it might show 7 or 6 fingers on it.
Right.
It just doesn't, it's not
hands.
intuitive enough that it doesn't comprehend what's going on. Yeah. So you can look at them and, start counting fingers and stuff. Unless you're a Simpson. Then 4 is acceptable, or more.
Okay. Didn't know that. Now, let's see. We talked about, I know the famous one we talked about one time on the show here, and we even brought up an example of it.
Which one is it?
The hammer.
Yes. Now, the hammer is definitely an anomaly. How you
it's like a sledgehammer.
Yeah. To me, it looks like something they probably would have used in a mine.
Exactly.
But
this was found a couple thousand feet down in a coal mine.
It's crazy. I mean, you can see, it looks like limestone to me, which would make sense because the leaching of the rust due to humidity and whatnot, because limestone's extremely porous.
Right.
It's used for filtering and such. So you could see where the water came through, it got onto the iron rusted, the rust leached out into it, and it's encased in that.
And this one is millions of years old, by the way.
Yeah, so this is like when monkeys were using hammers and stuff back in the day. I got it. Right.
I mean, it just...
Totally legit.
And it was 1,000 feet underground, and everybody's like, we have no idea how it got under there.
Or how does a rock form around it like that?
Exactly.
No. That is a modern invention. A hammer is a modern invention. And anybody who says
Especially
any
iron.
different is like...
I mean, cast iron is a modern thing. I mean, even the Greeks weren't doing iron. They were working with bronze.
Well, you had to smelt the iron out, then you had to take it, then you had to blast it, and then you had to forge it, and then it's this huge process that was not around in those times, apparently. So either truth is true or historians are wrong.
Late medieval was when we started working with iron and all that, because it's the steel for the swords, the armor plate.
Look at the Vikings and stuff, But that being said, a lot of their stuff is still around. That guy, he was in some kind of, was he in a lock or what was he in? Was he on the beach in Sweden? I think it was. The tide. No, this was on a beach, but it was like a rocky coastal area. He's just walking his dog out there. Picked up a freaking 48-inch long broadsword.
Wow.
Must fell off some kind of Viking boat or, whatever, Vikings are. And Vikings be Vikinging or whatever. But it's sitting there. Wow. And it's preserved for all that time, even in salt water. Huh. So that tells you something about the manufacturing process of the steel, because it should have, by all means, rusted and done. Like Damascus steel.
Maybe it fell through over time rift.
Yeah. So you always put that flavor in it right there.
Hey, I gotta look at the other possibilities, dude.
Yeah.
There's always those possibilities.
I agree. It's what we use 10% of our brain. We might know 1/2 of 1% of everything that's out there. So what is really beyond the veil? Who knows?
What do you say about finding a tree stump thousands of feet underground?
I'm stumped. I don't know. Tell me.
Too. Bring up this one picture.
Let me find it. Where'd it go? There it is.
There's been numerous. This is in a cave.
This is a legitimate
in a
picture.
Coal mine.
Yeah.
This is in a coal mine. They found a, well, it was petrified tree stump
Oh yeah.
underground. And it was in a pocket. So how do you explain this one?
I don't know. So there's
And it was cut.
what's the guy's name? Is it Liddell?
I'm not sure.
All right, so it's like Liddell's layers, right? You got like the who is my guy? What is Cretaceous period? No, the Cretaceous period, and you've got all these different periods, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, well, the sediment laid up on during this millions of years, and this millions of years, and this millions of years, and they're all, as you go down,
So
it gets older.
So a possibility.
But check this out real quick. The tree was growing underground through all the layers all at one time. That sounds like a global flood to me at different flood stages over time.
Right.
Very rapidly. People are like, well, how does that rock form up and make it that quick? And have you ever heard of cement?
Yeah.
It's like Portland cement and gravel, and like it literally turns from liquid into a rock in 3 hours. So is that possible? Layel, that's what it is. Layel's layers. And the trees growing up through them. There's like 6 of them in France that are growing up all the way through. So it's like, oh yeah, it's definitely a thing. It points more towards intelligent design. If you're a theist, it points more towards that. So I don't know.
Possibility.
But just like this stump, how's that happen?
Maybe it was cut, and then during some natural disaster or something, it got caught in the bubble, and everything else formed up around it, trapping it in the bubble.
Yeah, could be. And this is a legit picture. This is not AI. This is a legit picture.
Exactly. All right, let's move on to someone else we got.
All right, well, he looks like some kind of like.
This was a frog found in a geode deep underground.
Oh, is that what that is? That's a okay.
Yep.
All right.
I just threw that one in as an example of strange things found deep underground.
Yeah, geodes are wild too, man. Because have you ever messed around with any of those geodes?
I've seen some cracked open in Helen.
Have you been there when they crack them open and the water comes out of it, and they talk about the magical powers that come out of the geode water for healing?
No, never knew that.
I think it would make me have diarrhea immediately, but people, they believe that.
Right.
Yeah, because they do them with the chain that goes around them, like it's like a bicycle chain, and it just like that, and then the water comes and they grab it and they drink it. It's weird.
I'd be afraid of contaminants.
Oh yeah, you're probably going to get some kind of sickness or diarrhea, but
Yeah.
the frog. What did they say? Did they do samples on it, or
It was just they just mentioned in a slight burb that it was a frog found in a geode.
because it's got to form around it quickly to
Well,
encapsulate it so it doesn't. I mean, what do you got? Like 2 days on this before it starts getting bloated and decomposing.
Something like
So
that.
how fast was that geode formed?
Probably very quickly.
So that kind of throws off a scientific timeline.
That's like ants and insects found in amber.
Yeah. Mosquitoes and stuff like that. Like I've seen that.
Yeah.
I mean, if you compress it hard enough, fast enough, it's gonna.
Let's see what else we got.
All right, so let's go over to this. Explain what this is.
That is a bolt.
I mean, I know what it is, but like, what is it?
It was found.
What is it in?
Rock, just plain old rock, found deep underground once again, and it was making people scratch their head. Like, how did it get there? It's one of those mysteries of where did it come from? How did it wind up so far underground?
Who done it?
Exactly. Who made it? How did it get there?
Is it part of an alien spacecraft that crashed before the flood and got laid on and smashed down? And
It could be a possibility. I mean, nobody knows for sure now. They know it's iron. They know that much, but it's just that It's an unknown item that was found deep underground. It's just one of those other mysteries again.
Inexplicable.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
I
gosh.
got 2 more mysteries similar to that.
We got 4 more here.
Okay.
All right, let's check this one out. What is that?
It's a wheel.
So how is there a wheel? Looks like a chariot.
Deep underground again.
Now where is it at? Located?
It's in a
is it-
coal mine once again.
But where? Geographically?
I
I would believe it if it said it was like Italy or something.
didn't check exactly where. It could be Italy because I glanced over it real quick when I was doing my pulling. I believe it was over in Europe. It was
'Cause-
just a wheel that they found in the ceiling of a mine.
The headlamp obviously is modern.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't look LED. It
Mhm.
looks like it's a incandescent
Mhm.
bulb in there with its housing, and with a modern plastic hard hat.
Mhm.
But it doesn't look American. That guy actually looks sort of Eastern European
Yeah.
to me.
It's a European. It was European. Like I said, I was going through this quick,
Mhm.
trying to put together the stuff, and I did have a list that I can't access on my laptop, my Kindle my Android pad for some reason, but it was a modern wheel of some sort, or a chariot wheel like.
I mean, I have seen some things like crystals and stuff like grow symmetrically. I think doesn't silicone grow like in hexagonals? Like it's like the weirdest thing. Just somehow
Yeah.
it grows like that. Like I could understand that if it was like crystalline, some type of structure or
Exactly.
substance, but it's not. It has a hub. It
Mhm.
has spokes.
Mhm.
That I would say that's about 24 to 28 inches in diameter. You know, due to scale to the
Mhm.
guy's head and the distance where it's behind him.
Like I said, I think dimensional stuff going on, and then things get stuck into the past somehow, and they phase into rock.
Yeah. It can happen quickly.
Mhm.
I mean, you've seen like mummies and stuff like that, you know, like
Well,
you
let's
put the
look at-
right chemicals together, you're instantly turned into plastic.
Let's look at Pompeii. When Pompeii erupted, people were encased in rock quickly in some cases.
Yeah. And the pressure from it. I mean, you look at Mount St. Helen, it's similar in the same way. Under 100 feet of ash, they still haven't gone underneath there. I mean, they probably could, and it would be just like the Pompeii thing.
Right.
You know, fill the
The time-
cavities with, you know, filler and then excavate around it. And yeah.
We'd find similar items, I believe.
Oh, I believe it. 100%.
So what we got next?
Oh, you want what we got next?
Yeah, let's go after next.
All right. Where is this? I don't know what that is.
That's a piece of machinery that was found in Russia.
Where was it? How deep was it found?
1,000 feet under.
Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit more on this because
All they said was a piece of machinery. They didn't go any further in the information. And if you look up in the corner, it was found in that rock, and they broke it out from that rock.
hold on, I'm about to get us right there. Boom, baby. Oops. There we go.
It was found in that rock, and then they broke it out, and that's what it looked like.
Almost looks like part of a saw blade.
Yeah,
Almost.
kind of made me think of like a crescent wrench, maybe,
Okay.
or something like that, or a wrench of some sort, maybe.
I don't know.
But it was found in Russia, about 1,000 feet down.
That's wild, man.
Mm-hmm.
So let's check out. We got one last one right here.
That's the famous spark plug.
Now, what is that in?
I think it looks like coal.
Well, I've seen some where they have taken, it's like a flat rock. They find them in the river, right? And they flip them up.
River
And
rocks.
it's almost, well, no, they're flat, like flagstone, and they're able to like, chisel from the top and separate these big fat layers out.
Yeah.
And they have these balls in there.
Okay.
Like it was
Yeah.
encased, and then they take those and try to crack them open. And they find like plankton and
Oh,
like
okay.
the big like shells,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
fish,
Yeah.
or whatever. And
It could be that.
and we say rock that's flat, and it's like a bunch of shingles pushed together, and you can like pull layers off,
I understand what you're saying.
layers, indicative of a flood.
And this one puzzles
And pressure.
everybody because it's obviously a spark plug, but no idea how it got in there or where it came from. There's no manufacturing marks on it or nothing.
Definitely not an NGK or Champion.
Mm-mm.
I don't know.
And it's just another one of those mysteries,
They're inexplicable.
you know?
Yeah.
It just throws people for a loop.
So, what are some other examples of this that you found, recently in your research and studies?
Well, I know there was a military bunker system. Once again, this was in France, okay?
Okay.
Like the Maginot Line,
Right.
and some explorers are going through it, and they found a fully built armored car in the deepest recess of it, with no way of driving it in.
Like they built it around it or something almost.
Built it in it, like they hauled all the parts in, built it in, and put it in the biggest room.
For what reason?
No idea.
See, stuff like that is just.
See, it makes me think, matter transference. Somebody's playing with a transporter, see if they can move something from one place to another. Dimensional portals.
Portals.
Just wormholes, you name it. Or just to see if they can do it.
I've seen weirder. It's like they could go in piece by piece and build it.
Yeah.
And for what? For preservation reasons or for.
During
Who knows, really?
After World War II, they had a surplus of fighter planes. Instead of selling them off for people to use as, for like the equivalent of after World War One, people use them for barnstorming and all that.
Yeah.
Or for people using them for racing or whatnot. They stuffed them in mines. Or dumped them over off ships in the water.
Yeah.
But the ones that were going in the mines was amazing to me. To me, you could have just took them down to the steel mill, just dumped them into the furnaces.
Mm-hmm. It's wild, man, what people think.
Mm-hmm.
It's wild.
My father's father, my stepfather's father, told me when they left Europe, okay, a lot of the Shermans that they left behind, he said they all went to the steel mills and were turned back into iron.
The tanks? That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
A little point of privilege, if you will,
Mm-hmm.
is something like 75% of all the Sherman tanks that were built for World War II came out of what's it called? Came out of Armor Cast.
Mm-hmm.
Armor Cast was the central factory in the town that I grew up in.
Really?
All those tanks that rolled out, they literally rolled out, rolled onto a bridge, onto a barge, down to Philadelphia, onto boats,
And out they went.
and out they went. Yeah. So it's a pretty big deal. Now that plant is gone now. It's been replaced by a natural gas facility. But that was the lineage
I
right
just think
there.
they would have left something up as a marker or something.
There's probably something there. Number 3 on Hitler's hit list, had he made it to America with his Luftwaffe, they would have bombed the crap out of that place because they were just hurling smoothbore shells at them and demolishing them on the battlefield. So I don't know.
I honestly thought it was Detroit.
Nope. Armorcast, Birdsboro, Pennsylvania.
I honestly thought they all were coming out of Detroit. So learn something new.
Learn something new every day. Never stop learning. Always be teachable.
Always. All right, folks. Thank you for listening to us tonight, and we'll see if we can find something interesting for next week. And y'all be safe, be sound, and watch the skies.
Is that it?
That's it.
All right. Let's see y'all.